Happy Tuesday! It is our last video of the school year, and to kick off summer I thought I would answer some popular questions that you guys always want to know. I'm going to start with our favorite visitor, Stumpy. Stumpy's final joke of the school year. Why is it dangerous after it rains cats and dogs? Why is it dangerous after it rains cats and dogs? Because you might step in a poodle. For our question and answer segment, a lot of you always ask, who is my favorite artist? And that is a really hard question because I like a lot of artists. And sometimes my favorites change on how I'm feeling, what I'm interested in. It can change month to month, but some classic favorites that I always enjoy, I'm going to give you top three. And these are in any random order, not first favorite or anything like that. They're just, I always look for these artists in museums. One is Mark Rothko. I wish I could have my house filled with Mark Rothko paintings. His color combinations are some really interesting to me, and I always enjoy the size. They're very large paintings in museums, and I just could sit and stare at the colors for hours. A second favorite of mine is Cindy Sherman, a female artist living and creating still today. In fact, she has an Instagram, and sometimes I like to view what she's been up to. She's a photographer, and her skill is to dress herself up in costumes, fake noses, fake hair, and she turns herself into different characters and photographs herself. She has been working for a long time and has made quite a name for herself in the museums. And I think she's just very creative. Another third favorite is a classic, Pablo Picasso. He has changed his art style over the years. He's an ever-changing, growing artist, and I love discovering new works from him. And he definitely inspires me to get into the studio and want to paint and create. And, you know, I really couldn't leave out my most favorite artists, you guys. You don't realize it, but you guys make me smile when we're in the classroom, and I love seeing how you guys grow and change as artists throughout the years. And your artworks always make me smile and laugh when you got stories, and sometimes they are very moving, and you guys are amazing artists. In fact, Pablo Picasso says, every child is an artist. Another great question I get is, what's your favorite museum? I'm going to give you again a top three, but the locations kind of change. So for my first choice of favorite museum is a local one in the Metroplex called the Fort Worth Modern. I really like more contemporary and modern art, and this museum has works from the 1930s to now. And so they're a bit more new, and I love how it's organized. It's not a huge museum, so you can't get too lost or spend too much time there. And so I feel like it's a really good experience going to the Fort Worth Modern. My second choice is my favorite museum in the US, the MoMA. It's really hard because New York City has so many great museums. The Guggenheim is a close second in the US. But I think the MoMA overall is the best cultural experience because it has so many great paintings, and it has the Starry Night, it has some great Pablo Picasso, Claude Monet, and it has a variety of works throughout the years that just makes it a really important collection. And that's where I got to see some really great Cindy Sherman photos. My third choice is my favorite in the world that I've gone to visit. And some of you may know Miss Robinson likes to travel a lot and go to different cities. And this one was kind of hard to choose. But I think my top favorite in the world was the Pablo Picasso Museum in Barcelona. I left wanting more. But his work and collection was so inspiring, I instantly wanted to go back into the studio, and I wanted to paint, and I wanted to create. It was great to see how much work he has done. We'll also ask, what is my favorite way to create art? What is my favorite medium or material? And I really enjoy metal. Metals and jewelry is what I studied in college. And although I enjoy it, it is kind of expensive and hard to do at home, not being in a college studio. And so I have picked up some jewelry stuff at home, and I have grown as a painter over the years. And so I do enjoy painting. A lot of you like to ask, what is your favorite food? You guys like to compete on what's the best fast food place or the best place to eat. And, you know, I love to chime in every once in a while. I think Chick-fil-A is the best fast food. Probably eat Chick-fil-A every day. And I worked there in high school. I also really love tacos. I could eat tacos every day. And cookies. I love a good cookie. What is Miss Robinson going to do over the summer? We usually like to spend some time talking about our trips and what we're going to see right at the end of our year. And you know, this year's a little different because I can't go to a new country this year. Usually every summer I go somewhere new. And originally I was going to go to the Olympics in Japan, and then that got canceled and moved to next year. So I really don't know what I'm going to do this year. I think I'll probably do some reading. I think I'm going to go ride my bike. Maybe I'll go swimming. And if I'm lucky, maybe we will do a road trip somewhere new in the States. But maybe you'll just have to find out when you come back to school in the fall. Well, I'm going to miss you guys. I hope you have a safe and healthy summer. I hope you guys learn some new things, try new things, and I can't wait to hear about what you have been up to when we get back to school. All right. I'm going to miss you guys. Bye.